This is a light language video to dive a little bit deeper into the Arcturians. And particularly, these are the light beings that I work with for healing sessions and for some of my light language videos and my meditations. And we're just going to talk a little bit more about what it is that they do and how they assist and how you can call upon them in your day to day. So, first of all, the Arcturians are energy. We are all energy. Everything is energy. So, you can think of them as energy. They are in a higher frequency realm. You can think of where we are as a third dimensional construct, and where the Arcturians usually reside is in the fifth and above in their dimensions. So sometimes you can see them in the third dimension. You don't usually see them too often. Um, I've said this before, but I have some very interesting, funny, beautiful experiences that I have shared on my social channels. Um, One particularly was when I was flying, and I noticed that they came in the airplane, sort of just they were doing some technology upgrades to the airplane as I was flying back from Singapore to Vancouver. I didn't know until the very end of the flight, as we were landing, that we lost an engine that was about around the time when I saw their hand kind of going in to the engine and kind of upgrading to make sure everything was good. Um, so they are here to help. They are here to assist many. That's just one of many stories that I have. I remember when I saw them, I was like, oh, cool, the Arcturians are here. Wasn't quite sure why. Um, they were making sure that everybody was going to stay safe on the airplane. So this happens usually behind the scenes. If you are aware and you tune in, you can see them. Um, most people, most people are able to work with them just by talking to them, by sending love and talking to them, and they are there. They are guides for many. So, how you can work with them in your day to day, you can call upon the Arcturians. You can call upon the Arcturian Council. I primarily work with the Arcturian Council. I do have a few very specific Arcturian guides that I work with, but the Arcturian Council is who I generally work with. So they come in to do healing at a very deep cellular level. So for many of my clients that I'm working with, doing Thera sessions, doing energetic clearings, something deep, deep, deep in the cells, mitochondria, um, different layers. They're there and they are right in the thick of it, upgrading at a place that doesn't exist in like time. Time doesn't exist. So they are doing it all kind of in real, well, in our time, but it's all just happening at a very different, everything kind of stops. Everything, the healing is going down. A lot can take place. So, some of the things that I have noticed, particularly with working with the Arcturians in big healing sessions, is you can essentially jump timelines, like significantly. So, I have worked with people that have had stage 4 cancer diagnosis, a disease. And this has been something that has been not karmic. And they do a healing session and they're able to remove it and clear it in a way that it almost looks like these clients had never had this disease in the first place. So this stuff happens all the time and it's not really acknowledged. You can think of it when someone goes to the doctor and they get diagnosed for something and then they go back and then there's no diagnosis. It's like they are very confused or shocked that, say, they did a blood test and then this is what looks like in the blood test, and they do another blood test and find that it wasn't there, and it's like it's almost as if it didn't happen, or you've completely jumped timelines, you've completely cleared that particular energy, that energetic system, the layers. So the more people that know this, the more it's just a benefit because everybody can benefit. Um, it's just simply having the intention to work with the Arcturians. Setting your intention can be in meditation. That's a very wonderful place to go. So meditation looks different for everybody. Setting a place that's quiet where you won't be disturbed and setting your intention, you can listen to music. Solfeggio music is what I like to listen to. And you can set your intention there. You can also set your intention before you go to sleep. So, one of the things that I like to do when I'm working with the Arcturians is I like to share a little bit of information about what is going on. And I ask them to support me. I ask them to support my client. And they are able to know a lot more behind the scenes, if you think of it that way. They are able to dive into places that we don't quite understand. So you can think of this like, say you have a skin issue, eczema. I'm going to use this as an example. Say you have a skin issue, eczema, and you've had this for a while, but you don't know what to do. You can ask the Arcturians to send you up to a Arcturian healing chamber to work on clearing that particular skin condition. Now, if you're able to clear that, if it's not karmic, if it's not something that needs like a deeper dive into, you'll clear it. That's how incredible it is to work with the Arcturians and with the power of intention. So that's an example. You know, when I first started doing this work, I saw a client and I was in the middle of a session. She was wearing, you know, like full length shirt and pants. And I said in the middle of the session, I said, clearing eczema. And I didn't know she had eczema. Obviously, I was in the middle of a session. That was what came out. It was a few days later when her skin condition that she had for most of her life completely disappeared. So again, this is stuff that anybody can do. It's just being aware that there is more than what's in front of you. There's assistance here for everybody that needs it, that calls upon it. There are guides here for many. So that was a little deep dive into the Arcturians, particularly with healing. They do so much. They work with technology. They do a lot. So that was just one of many, 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 many things that they can help you with. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below and like this video, subscribe, and sending you lots of love. And I will see you on the next video.